When everything is white, glimmering silver white, and stillness fills the night, it's Christmas, a winter wonderland, a snowball in each hand.
Hi everyone, I'm Devin. This is the Egan family, and welcome back for another day of Vlogmas. If this is the first video of ours that you are watching, we hope that you'll consider subscribing. We share tons of homeschool content, day in the life videos, all sorts of cleaning and motivation, and even the occasional vlog like this. So if any of that is of interest to you, please stick around and subscribe. And if you're coming back as a returning subscriber, we appreciate you so much. Today we are sharing the second part of a 3-part little mini series of our trip to San Antonio, Texas. This was the second night that we were there, and it was probably my favorite part of our trip, and it was the Lightscape exhibit at the San Antonio Botanical Garden. Now this is an exhibit that has been shown internationally, but it's the first time that San Antonio has hosted this particular exhibit, and so we were so thankful to not only be able to experience it at all, but also experience the first time that it was ever held here. And I have to say that they did an absolutely incredible job. All of these exhibits were breathtaking. Each one was more beautiful than the next. They had Christmas music playing that synced up with a lot of the lights, and they were so well thought out. Lights strung from trees like Christmas bulbs. You'll see a gorgeous archway coming up that looked like regular Christmas lights until we got closer and noticed that the Christmas lights were actually tiny little flower lights to tie into the botanical gardens. There's an exhibit that looked like fireflies. Oh, it was just so breathtaking. So I don't want to ramble on too much during this part. I would like you to sit back and enjoy the scenery with us and listen to the beautiful music that I picked out. I know it doesn't do it complete justice from what we saw in person, but I hope that you can just see how absolutely beautiful and magical it was to experience this.
Walking in our midnight wonderland, everything is calm, now it's midnight, everybody's sleeping, all is peace, and I'm still hanging round in a house that's filled with lights, walking in our midnight wonderland. When everything is white, glimmering silver white, and stillness fills the night, it's Christmas, a winter wonderland, a snowball in each hand. Take me away, Christmas Day. There's joy in the air, family's near. We give thanks for this past year. Oh, nothing compares to the love that we share. Oh, what a bliss. A green red delight with glimmering silver white. You dazzle us all from big to small. Warm laughter and white smiles, my presents stacked in piles. Take me away, Christmas Day. peace near. We give thanks for this past year. Oh, nothing compares to the love that we share. Oh, what a bliss. A green red delight with glimmering silver white. You dazzle us all from big to small. Warm laughter and white smiles, red presents stacked in piles. Take me away, Christmas Day. Take me away, Christmas Day.
Time when everybody smiles, eyes are shining bright. I still remember how I used to feel. Look at us now, walking around in the snow. We do it in a very Christmas way.
On our walk back to the bus stop, I was so excited to find that sweet little free library and this darling community garden. After we got off the bus and we were walking back to the hotel, we saw this beautiful park all lit up. They had ice skating and all sorts of different activities going on and this gorgeous Christmas tree, so we had to walk through it. Emery, what did you want to show the camera? Is it a little leaf? Uh-oh. Isn't it beautiful? Eloise, how big are you? How big is Eloise? How big is Eloise? How big is Eloise? Oh, you want to brush your hair? Okay. Brush your hair. You want to do it? Can you brush your hair? Are you bouncing? The third day of our trip was my stepfather's birthday, and so we wanted to make it a day all about him. And something that he was very excited to share with all of us was the Alamo. And so we got to take a tour of the Alamo, and we got to see these beautiful koi fish. Emery especially loved them. I loved all of the history, the architecture, and the artifacts. We were not allowed to film or take any pictures inside the cathedral, and so of course I respected that, but we were allowed to film and take pictures of the grounds, and everything was just so beautiful, and you could just feel the history there. And I loved learning more about the structures and all of the different people who were important to the battle at the Alamo. And it was something that I really got a lot out of and was excited to be able to implement this in our homeschool lessons. Parker was really cute, and of course he didn't really think of our vacation as schooling, and he thought he was on break from school, but he learned so much and is now so excited to do even more of his own research on the Alamo. And so that's something that we will be exploring together, thanks to some literature that my mom gifted us. So walking around, like I said, you could just feel the history. I loved all of the trees, all of the plants, and looking at all of the statues and the buildings. If you looked closely at any of the buildings that were original to the Alamo, you could see even still where they had been hit with bullets or cannons. And I loved reading all of the information about all of the influential people of the battle. And there's a quote coming up on the screen that if you would like to pause and read it, it really did affect me, and it really touched me. So if that is something you're interested, there it is. You may pause and read that now.
letting go.
After our trip to the Alamo, we took a nice walk down to the historic market square, and we found this really fun dinosaur on the way there. My mom took this video for Emery because Emery was obsessed with this thing and always wanted to go back and walk by it. She thought it was hilarious when it tried to open its mouth, and she thought it was going to eat her. She thought it was really funny. But I have to say, another one of my favorite parts of this trip was exploring the market square. Everything was so interesting. It was so full of culture. We loved the music. We loved the atmosphere. It was so colorful. All of the handmade artifacts that were there, it was absolutely incredible. The food was also absolutely incredible. You'll see some pictures from my stepdad's birthday lunch. Of course, once again, if anything looks like it's filmed awkwardly, it's because I am trying to be respectful of my family who does not want to be in our videos. Oh, but there was a booth set up by the San Antonio Public Library, and they adored my kids and gave them free books, and it was so sweet, even though they knew we were not local. But yes, here we are at lunch. The kids got to meet Santa Claus in San Antonio. We got to walk around and go to a bunch of different shops. And the kids absolutely just fell in love with all of the music. Like I said, the bright colors and the culture. And it was just so cool. We met so many interesting people. And here's Parker riding a bull. Move up, That is all for part 2 of our trip to Texas. Make sure you come back tomorrow for more Texas content, and we'll see you then. Bye, or as Parker would say,